What's going on, everybody? This is Nick Lawson from Squad Sports. We're really excited to be supporting the Free Agent Friday series. A lot of great talent out there. Without further ado, this is the next free agent you should be signing with your sports team.
We are back for another Free Agent Friday, and I have Alex Zito with me today. How's it going, Alex?
Good. I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good. It's a beautiful day out, so I can't complain.
Yeah, very nice. Just want to say, I'm very happy to be here, very happy to be on, and I really appreciate everything that you're doing for a lot of people like me.
Yeah, no problem, man. Anything I can do to try to help, I'd love to. Let's kick it off with, give us a little bit about your college, background, any degrees that you have.
So I went to Mount Ida College, School of Design, and that's in Newton, Mass. I earned a bachelor's in graphic design. When I was there, I was also a lacrosse player. When you look at Mount Ida College now, it's not there anymore. It went bankrupt. So now it's part of the UMass school system. So I guess technically it's UMass Amherst.
Okay. When you were in school, did you work on any internships or any projects during that time?
Yeah. So I think one of the most, there's two projects that really changed my life, I think. When I came into college, I wasn't really the best graphic designer at all. I'd taken, 2 design classes in high school, and everybody was, way better than me. But I worked hard, and I won sophomore year. I won a design competition at my school. It was for a fashion show, so I was really happy with that. And then I ended up making a poster for my lacrosse team, just like a schedule. It was pretty simple. My coach just put it on his door, and eventually, I got a call from the school SID asking me like, "Hey, we would love to have you if you could do, fall or spring sports posters for all the sports." So I did that, and then he was like, "Hey, I would love to have you for, the fall semester." So I did football, soccer, men's and women's volleyball. I got to do all that, which was really, really exciting. It was the first time I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, I can really do this, for a living for sports someday in the future."
What was it about, graphic design? How'd you, get into that? You said you kind of weren't that good at it at first, but like what made you continue to pursue that?
There was just something about it. I loved it. I wasn't good at it, but I loved it, and I knew I had a passion for it. Especially in high school, like I always wanted to take this one class, and it was always booked. So I finally got to take it my junior year, and it was just incredible. Nothing really stuck with me besides, history, gym class, and then I was graphic design, and I also love marketing too. So it was really a toss up between, should I go into marketing or should I do graphic design? And I just thought, graphic design was going to be really, really fun for me. And it turned out to be a great decision.
What about like sports? When did you decide you wanted to be in sports?
Well, the story goes, and, I can't obviously confirm or deny this, but I was like I was very depressed baby almost. And my brother was really into trucks and, digging holes and mechanic stuff. And my parents just kept trying to push me towards that because he loved it. And this is my older brother. And one day, I was not having fun, clearly. And one day my mom threw a little foam Patriots football at my head. And I just smiled. And I love sports from then on out. And, I might not have, I definitely knew all the sports logos in all 4 major leagues before I knew how to add and subtract and do all that fun stuff. I was just a sports fanatic, and colors and logos really had an impact on my life. And, once you get one internship and that leads to the next, and I couldn't think of anything better that I could do in my life than graphic design and sports.
So I take it you're a Patriots fan?
I'm a sports fan. No,
Okay.
I do like the Patriots.
Who's your team then if the Patriots aren't? Are you a Bucks fan now that Brady's there?
I'm a Patriots fan.
Okay.
I'm a Patriots fan. But you know, if I was to get hired by any other NFL team, I would not be mad. I'd become their.
Yeah, you'd be their fan. No, it's all good. So when you got out of school, kind of walk me through, you know, your steps to kind of where you're at now.
Yeah, so like I said, like luckily I had that the athletic internship at the college, and that propelled me into Major League Lacrosse. I actually started out as an intern, and obviously, you know, didn't pay, so I had to go and get another intern at a marketing at the college marketing department. So it was like 2 internships at once. So it was over a full-time job, and you know, once I got to Major League Lacrosse, which was like my big break almost, they, you know, basically threw me to the wolves, and I was just doing everything. We didn't have any designer at the time. They didn't have any production guy at the time. They didn't have anything. So what I ended up doing was I basically was the manager of the department of graphic design, and I got to do everything. And that was actually a blessing for me. So then I moved on and I started to freelance for them. I actually made the 2018 MLL All-Star game, which was Team USA versus the MLL in Boston. That was a really cool logo project. I went on and I kind of realized there was one product in 2017 that I did, which was it was an autograph card, but it was also a roster sheet on the other side. And, you know, we give them out to all the fans for free. And, you know, the kids will go down, they can get autographs. And just to see the pictures in Sacramento of the kids, you know, huge smile on their faces. They were getting the autographs from the players. And like, that was like another big moment for me. Like, if I can give one person, I know you're going to ask me a success question. My ideal success would be just to give one kid a memory that they can hold on forever. That's the biggest success, especially what sports have given me. Just to give back that one memory to that one child, that would be awesome.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. You see it almost at every game, you know, in some capacity. I mean, they're gonna remember that, you know, for the rest of their lives. So definitely very cool. What would be your dream job?
Good culture. I want to affect a large number of people with my work. I definitely want to learn. I want to learn from other people. I want to learn as much as I can. And if I was to relocate, I know that's another question that you always ask. I would be willing to relocate. I would like to be a part of the community in some aspect, whether it's, you know, I've been a college coach for two schools now, and I would really love to keep that going at a youth program, or starting up a youth program, or, you know, helping out a high school program. People don't realize that the arts, I'm in the arts and I'm in sports, and unfortunately it doesn't seem like there's much funding for those anymore in school systems. So, which
Those
is
are
a
the
sad
fun areas. That's why I guess they they feed off of that. So tell me, so after you were at the MLL, tell me about the American Hockey League and your stint there.
So I was at the American Hockey League and I absolutely loved it. Once again, I've never had a job that I hated. So I've been very lucky in that aspect. But the American Hockey League was kind of like the same thing as the MLL. Obviously it was a better, you know, title. I got to do everything from the ground up, making, you know, book covers to social posts to websites to, you know, the players' jerseys, the player stick tags, like everything was all done and run through me. I had a great boss, fantastic guy. Along with that responsibility, I also helped out with like the marketing aspect in coming up with ideas for social. And I think that was one of the things I'm most proud of from this season, was that we brought our social impressions from 87 million to 138 million in one season. And we missed we didn't have a playoff. Our season was canceled. So to have that large of a number of spike in the year that I was there was fantastic. Was really proud of that. And it was all about just engaging the fans.
Yeah. No, that's important. What would you say is your biggest strength that you'll bring to, a new organization?
Obviously, I'm great at time management. I'm sure you get that a lot from any college athlete. I know how to time management is key. I'm not afraid to put in the extra work, the late hours. I get it. It's sports. I always say, like, hey, are we doing this because it's easier? Like, let's get it done right instead of taking the easy way out. I think my biggest asset is that I'm really friendly. I'm nice. And I think that goes a long way. I think every morning when I woke up to go to work, my first goal was to be a nice person and make someone's day. My second goal was to be the best designer that I could be.
Nice. What's the area that you need to work on the most?
So definitely one weakness that I do have is when a project's done, I just keep going back to that project. So like I'll go home, I'll sleep on it, and then I'm like, I know I handed this in, but this one's better, trust me. And if you do that enough times, it can get annoying. It's always for the best, but sometimes I just can't let stuff go.
Yeah, well, that'll come with some time, as you, been through it longer. So give me a fun fact. I'm kind of anxious to hear about your fun facts since you wouldn't tell me before we started.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably, one of the few people in the world that actually I have 2 degrees, both in graphic design, and in 4 years from 2 different schools. Because I have a Mount Ida College degree in graphic design, and I have a UMass Amherst degree in graphic design. And I don't even think UMass Amherst has a graphic design program. So
is that because the college shut down that you have the 2, or?
Yeah. So if you graduated that year before, if you graduated that year, you get both. If you graduated before that, you would previously have the Mount Ida degree, but you could also get a UMass Amherst degree. But then if you were like a junior and you didn't graduate, then you were going to get a UMass Dartmouth degree. So it was like so confusing, but.
Wow. Okay. Well, there's not many people then that have that. I mean, there might be a few that were in your class, but.
Yeah, there's a handful, but not many.
So you said you're open to relocation. Graphic design is your thing. How about portfolio for people to check out? Where could people find that?
Yeah, so you can go to www.alexzito.com. I'm sure the link will be in the video. You can scroll through the portfolio. My resume is on there, and my contact information is all on the website.
Sounds good. Alex, thank you for joining me. I'm going to go check out your portfolio now, just in case you ever do some side projects. I'm always in need of some great graphic designers. So thanks for joining me.
Well, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.